Have you ever wondered why we say I have seen that movie instead of just I saw it? Well, today we're going to put on our detective hats and solve one of English grammar's biggest little puzzles, the present perfect. There's a secret rule hiding in plain sight, so let's get right into our investigation.
So, our first piece of evidence is a totally normal conversation. This is Dave and Jane. Just listen to how they talk. Have you traveled? I've been. Have you ever been? You hear that? They're using the exact same grammar structure over and over again.
And that is our central mystery. Why are they talking like this? I mean, why doesn't Dave just ask, "Did you ever go to China?" What's the difference? Well, there is a very specific, very logical reason, and our mission today is to uncover it.
Okay, every great detective story has that one core clue, right? The key piece of evidence that just cracks the case wide open. For us, that clue is a simple little idea I like to call the until now rule. This changes everything.
And here it is. This is the secret, the big reveal. We use the present perfect to talk about a stretch of time that started sometime in the past and continues all the way up to this very second, to right now. It's all about connecting the past to the present. This timeline just makes it so clear, doesn't it? When Dave asks Jane about her travels, he's not asking about a specific trip she took last summer. No, he's asking about her entire life experience, that whole long arrow from the day she was born right up until this moment. That's the until now period, and it's why have you traveled is the perfect way to ask.
And this until now logic, it works for all kinds of things. You know, life experiences. Have you ever eaten caviar in your entire life up to this point? Or repeated actions. She's read that book 3 times in her life so far. It even works for things you haven't done. I haven't seen that film at any point in my past leading up to today. It's all about that link to now. Okay, so this rule is great for talking about your whole life, but it's actually much bigger than that. It works for any period of time that isn't finished yet. Let's dig into that.
All right, we're going to do a few quick-fire examples now, and this is really going to make the idea stick. Just think about any period of time that's still happening as we speak.
Okay, look at this. I've drunk 4 cups of coffee today. Why do we say have drunk? Simple, because today isn't over yet. It's still today. I might go have a 5th cup later. Who knows? The time period is still open, connecting my past coffee to my present reality.
It's the exact same logic here. Have you had a holiday this year? Well, this year is still going on, right? There's still time to book a trip. Because the time period, this year, is unfinished, we use the present perfect. Easy.
And it works for recent stuff too. In the last few days, that's a period of time that leads directly up to this moment. It's not a finished event in the past, it's a recent, ongoing time frame. So again, we use the present perfect.
So you can see how it all comes together. Whether the unfinished time is today, this week, or just recently, they all work the same way. They basically build a bridge from a past action to the present moment. And that bridge, it's the present perfect tense. So now that we've totally cracked the main case, let's look at a really common and super useful special pattern that uses this exact same logic. Think of it as a bonus clue.
Think of this as a simple recipe. Step 1, you've got the situation. Dawn's driving for the very first time. Step 2, you use the magic phrase, it's the first time. And step 3, you absolutely must use the present perfect. Why? Because it's the first time in his entire life, until now, that he has driven a car. See? That until now rule is right there, hiding again.
Now this is a really common mistake, so let's make it crystal clear. You have to say it's the first time he has driven, not he drives. The correct way recognizes his entire life experience leading up to this one new moment. And hey, it's not just for the first time. This pattern works for any number. Imagine your friend Sarah loses her passport again. You'd sigh and say, this is the second time this has happened. It's the second time within her life, up until now, that this event has occurred. The pattern always works.
All right, detective, you've seen all the evidence. You've learned the secret until now rule. We have officially cracked this case. Now it's your turn to put it all into practice.
So let's just recap the solution to our grammar mystery one last time. You use the present perfect whenever you're talking about an action inside a time period that isn't finished yet. And that period could be your entire life or just today. And definitely don't forget that super useful pattern. It's the first time something has happened.
And that brings us to the end. But before you go, I want to leave you with a question that uses this rule perfectly. Thinking about your entire life,
that whole big period up until right now. What's the most beautiful place you've ever visited? Give it some thought. The case is closed. Thanks for joining the investigation.